Hello, my friends. It's Katie Rue, your favorite divine light healer, energy healer, mystic, modern mystic, woo-woo lady. What's going on? I feel like my lighting is weird. Let's turn it off. Let's have just natural. That did nothing. Okay, we're going to move on. Hello. Happy Monday. You guys, I decided to do this week's 3-card spread as a live. They're always live, but we do it in a weird way where I record it, and then my amazing assistant in the Philippines, who's this wonderful woman, Leslie, like puts the intro on and puts the outro on and says, tags all the things. I don't know. And then it's a whole production, and then it takes time, and we post it later, but it shows up on your feed like it's live, which I don't know. I want it to actually be live, so here we are, actually live. Good to see you if you're here. Every week, if you don't know, I do a 3-card spread on Monday mornings, sometimes Tuesdays, but usually Mondays for you. And the way I do that is I open the Akashic records of the group of people who will see this video and who would benefit from this video. I sit there, I meditate, I get connected to that space, which is the space of the collective soul of the collective of you guys who are watching this. How does that work? Spirit is amazing. Not me. Spirit can go anywhere, anytime, all over the place. So it's easy to access your Akashic records as a group. Did you know that any person or place or thing that has a consciousness or an address has Akashic records? Excuse my burps. What are the Akashic records? They're a realm of consciousness that is a very high frequency of divine light. I like to think of the records as being sort of like the brightest central point of the light of the all that is, such that, excuse my coughing, Jennifer Garcia, if you see this, I am taking your medical advice, and I'm gonna take what you told me to take for my heartburn. This is heartburn cough, you guys. I'm so irritated by the fact that I'm old enough to have heartburn, but there you have it. Let's get with reality and let's handle it, Katie Rubin. And what causes my heartburn? My espresso addiction. Am I willing to get rid of espresso? Definitely not. Am I going to try some other shit first? For sure. Stay with me for that journey. So, the Akashic records are very bright. If you think of like everything in creation comes from a central light. Everything is energy and consciousness. And so all the things that you see in the universe emanate from this central pole of light. Within that central pole of light, there is this thing called the Akashic records, where the entire history of your soul is kept, if you want to say it that way, is recorded, is tracked, so that any questions you have about past lives, soul purpose, how to heal this, how to heal that, anything that needs healing or clearing, if you have somebody who can tap into the Akashic records, we can tap into your soul and its alignment with source and answer really any questions you have about anything. So anyway, I am presently sitting in front of you inside the Akashic records of you who are watching this. Okay, I've pulled your 3-card spread just before I hopped on, and here's what we have. In the recent past, we have the Follow the Leader card, which is a really deep, soulful, meaningful card for me personally, and we'll talk about that in a second. The Present Moment card, Don't Be Afraid. It's the sad embrace. That's where we are, present moment, for those of you watching. And the Outcome card, really happy news. The Coming to Life card. This is legitimately my favorite card in this deck. My dear friend Meredith Locher created with me in collaboration with, we messaged this artist and said, hey, could we use this image and create a postcard using that image? Because I'm so obsessed with that image and this card that for one of my shows, we created a postcard around that image. So that's how much I love it. Okay. In the recent past. Also, if you guys are here, can you say hi in the chat just so that I know that this is working? I haven't done this way. I have the phone pinned up in a certain way and the light doing a thing. If you're here right now and you feel like saying hi, just tap a little hi in the chat so I know you're actually here. All right, so in the recent past, the Follow the Leader card, let's see how Colette Baron-Reed, what she has to say about it. Every life, this is your recent past, recently behind you, okay? Every life is a teaching tool for others. Boy, do I love that idea. Thank you for saying hi, Jeremy. I appreciate it. I see you here, Tina. I think. Say hi if you can. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? Good to see you. Jamie Vega. Jamie Vega and I went to college together, and we had some entertaining times together. Did we do drugs? We may have. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. This is the recent past. So good to see you guys. So glad you're here. You're being called to lead others by example. This is your recent past. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others to the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. So there's something about you owning your authenticity, owning the wisdom that you've gained through the living of your life that has been coming up in the recent past for you, okay? That card, when I get that card, there's always this is the frequency of it. It has a very deep soul vibration for me, this card. It's about, you've been through some shit, you've learned some wisdom, you get to trust it, and now it's time to lead people by example. And how do we often lead? We want to emulate and follow the people we admire. So who do you admire? And how can you step into the empowerment of your version of the personal empowerment that the people or person you admire embody? So something about that's been going on in the recent past for you. Present moment, not the most fun and entertaining card, but a very real one. The sad embrace card. And let's see how Colette Baron Reed frames this for us. She says, loss is a part of life, isn't it really? For sure. Let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. If you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express those emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. This is kind of the entire message of my entire healing business, which is, please feel your feelings when you're having them. If you don't feel your feelings now when you're having them, what's going to happen is you push them down, you get busy, you focus on other stuff, you drink your alcohol, you do whatever you do to distract. And then 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years from now, you're going to have to process those feelings anyway, aka have them. So let's have them now. Save yourself some time later. Look, it's not a fun card. It's not a sexy card. Look at him. He or she or they are made of ice and they're sad and they're in a fetal position on some kind of weird blue rock situation. It's not a fun moment. I understand. But if we feel our feelings, the outcome is this fucking thing right here. Coming to light. Look how happy this bitch is. Holding a flame in her hand on top of some kind of cool structure that has a butterfly on it. Who doesn't want that? Carolyn Howarth. Oh my God. Good to see you, sister. How are ya? What's going on? Where are you in the world? It's delightful to see your name pop up today. Let's read the outcome card here. So you've been asked to step into your wisdom and to be the leader that you really are, and to be the leader that is your version of the leaders you watch. Present moment, shitty things, potentially, grief, having to let go. Outcome. I'm coming to life, motherfucker. I'm coming out. That's you. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how far you've grown and evolved over time? Can you see how far you've come and evolved over time? Maybe take a minute today and think about it. Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must not try to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Oh my God, maybe that's why she's so happy on top of her butterfly thing. Look at her, just loving herself, wearing her Ren Fair outfit. Look at her gorgeous, sexy Northern California vibes in her outfit. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. I love that. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Now this is, remember, the coming moment right around the corner. First we have to sad embrace it. Cry, 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 cry. Process, be real about what we're feeling and what we're going through. Perhaps it has to do with something political. Perhaps it has to do with romance. Perhaps it has to do with work. Perhaps it's all of that. Be with it, please. Process it. And the outcome is boomski. Now is the time for reverence and awe in the coming future, right around the corner, we promise. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Boom. So, speaking of showing up, if you could use some deeper insights, if you like to talk about consciousness, awareness, awakening, healing, integration, wholeness, wellness, all in a sassy, irreverent package, join us Wednesday nights for Katie Church at 5:30 Eastern Time, which I guess would be 1:30 Pacific Time. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. Nope, that would be 2:30 Pacific Time. That happens every Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I talk for an hour, basically, and I teach a tool. Last week, we talked about... What did we talk about in Katie Church last week? I can't remember. But topics are things like, how is honoring your emotional needs connected to having a really strong relationship and connection with spirit? What does it mean to surrender? How do we be empowered and surrendered at the same time? How do we ask to get our needs met in an effective way? Like all kinds of stuff, from the emotional to the spiritual to the psychological. We discuss it in depth and have a great time doing so. Wednesday nights, 5:30 Eastern. It's free. It's on my business page, Katie Rubin's Biz Stuff. Come hang out. When you're ready for your private reading, your energy healing session, when you're ready to actually, like in a very deep way, heal your trauma, process your pain from the past. Maybe you've already done a ton of therapy and 12-step and consciousness work and you've read all the books, but there's that one nugget of something that just won't release itself from your heart. That's when you come to Katie Rubin and we move it energetically. 9 times out of 10, when you've been somebody on a path who's been working your shit for a long time, and then there's that weird fucking pattern that just won't shift, or there's that one piece you can't seem to, you mentally get it, but it won't leave your life, and you keep attracting the same thing over and over and over again. Oftentimes what I try to help people understand is that thing can't move out of your system in a traditional way. If it could have, it would have by now. You may need some divine light zapped right into the center of that issue to clear it. There are certain things in life that can only and will only be treated by divine light. Not everything. It's not the answer to everything. Nothing, by the way, is the answer to everything. But some things can only be treated. It's like you can't hammer a nail into a wall with a pile of spaghetti. It's not the right tool for that job. You want to hammer a nail into a wall, you probably need a hammer. But if you want to eat some delicious carbs and put some marinara on it with some garlic sauce and some fucking cheese, get some pasta. So if you've got a long-standing issue that you can't seem to move through, that's when you go to katierubin.com and you book your package or your session. That's how we do it. It's so good to see you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here on this live. It'll be up all day. Send your friends, and we're going to email it to you today if you're on my newsletter. Take good care and watch for upcoming show dates. We're going to be doing some shows here in a minute. I love you.